Well, good morning. We are in Ubud, Bali, and we are out for a wonderful morning walk. This morning, it is blue sky, just a wonderful breeze is blowing. Getting out like this for these morning walks, they really get me going for the day. They play a big role in me staying healthy as well. I enjoy my morning workout in the room and then get out for a good morning walk. If you get out early like this, not only is it quiet, but a lot of the coffee shops you come across, they also are pretty quiet as well. Today we're going to talk about something that is not only very important to me, but it defined my life over the last 5 to 6 years. And that is the pursuit of freedom. And in order to pursue that, I had to first define exactly what it meant. You can't search for something or seek something if you have no idea what it is you're even looking for. So I had to define it. If I am truly trying to establish freedom in my life, what does that look like? And in this video, I'm gonna go over that with you. And I want you to interact. I want you to talk in the comment section what your thoughts are as well. Am I on the right track or did I miss something? I want you to include that because I want to read it. Along the way, we're going to have some great meals. It's a beautiful morning, quiet. There's a few hikers out, but I don't see too many. We've got a lot to see and a lot to do on this video, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been wanting to make this one for a while. Let's go ahead and talk about my definition of what freedom is. Let's go.
We have so much good stuff to talk about in this video. Let's start out and get a nice drink to kind of cool us off. It's a hot one up here on the mountain. And look at this little juice shop. They got a mad dog patrolling, watching me. Look at him.
Thank you so much.
A nice fresh watermelon juice for $1. I want to show you in this video some great places to eat in Ubud, and we're gonna stop and just have a good conversation through the whole video. I'm looking forward to this.
A few years ago, I was looking at the situation that was happening in my home country during the lockdowns, the inability to move around, not just on a global scale, but on a local scale. In fact, people were told they were not allowed to go outdoors, as if we have some kind of an airborne illness that's going to melt your skin or something. It was insanity. And I realized that it's not just the naivete of our nation. It wasn't just like, well, people don't know, because people have already been exposed to this. It was really a desire. It was a desire to control, a desire to lock people up, a desire to restrict. It was even an experiment. And I said, this is not something that I'm okay with. I also realized I had no power over it as well. So you have a situation where you have no mobility. You have an organization that's in charge of you that has a desire to restrict your mobility. And you have no power to say otherwise. At that point, I realized I did not have freedom. Whatever you want to sugarcoat freedom, however you want to paint freedom, whatever flag you want to wave, what I realized is they meant nothing. Whatever document you want to say got signed, that's in a bunker somewhere, it doesn't matter. At that point, I realized I did not have freedom. And I set into motion a plan to regain my freedom.
Just as the Pilgrims years ago realized it was time to leave, so did I.
I set into motion a plan to build myself to a point financially where I could maintain my own mobility indefinitely. That also included getting all my documentation in order, my passports. It also meant whatever I was tied to had to go. So things like a car and my motorcycle, storages that I had, monthly bills, debts, all of that. It all had to go. I had to make myself highly mobile so that I could control my mobility without any other organization saying to me, we're taking away your ability to be mobile. Being able to establish mobility on a global scale, that was a true sense of freedom. Most of my adult life, I was tied to debt because I thought that's how you got to places. You didn't actually work and save and then have enough money to get something. No, how responsible? Who wants to do that? Instead, you find something you want, you go out and find an institution that's willing to lend you a whole bunch of money at a high interest rate, you're good to go. Now you have what you want in your possession quickly. That's actually what children do. That's not what adults do. But we live our society like that. Like, I want it and I want it now. And if that means being irresponsible, so what? That's insanity, but that's how we live our lives.
After freedom of mobility, I needed to find financial freedom. Man, another mad dog found me right here on the trail. Look at him following me.
You see, in our society, you're not cool if you don't have the right clothing, the right shoes, the right brand accessories, the right car. And what is this business about waiting for it or working for it? Come on. Just go apply for a credit card or a loan and get it. Because all that really matters is that you're part of the in crowd, right? I lived that crazy life long enough. No more for me. I got rid of all that, got rid of all the debt, and I realized, you know what? I'll gladly take my freedom and not be part of the in crowd. I took everything, invested it, set up my passive income so I could travel. And for the first time in my life, I found myself in a very different position because I had gotten rid of the ego and the desire to have fancy things. I didn't have a want for it. You don't actually wait and work and save and invest. Come on. No, just go apply for a credit card. How easy is that? Just go apply for a loan. That way you get all the cool stuff and you're part of the cool crowd. I was done with it. When I finally told myself that I didn't want to be part of that crowd anymore, that's when I started to be free. I started to get rid of the debt. I started to live a healthier life. You know what debt does? It makes you a slave. It takes away all your freedom because all you need to do is just keep working, because if you miss a payment, your life is destroyed. Don't you dare miss a payment. I'm over that. I'm not living that life anymore. When I paid everything off and invested the money for everything that I sold, my car, emptied my storage, sold all my furniture. Did I make like this high income for myself? No, not really. But I also don't live a luxury lifestyle. You see, I'll take the freedom over that. I'll take the freedom over the debt slavery.
I told you this video was also going to be like a food tour of Ubud. It is. This is Taco Cartel. This is a fantastic spot. This is a little street taco style shop that is actually part of a larger Mexican restaurant that's elsewhere in Ubud. But this is the one I like to go to. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the tacos are almost half off. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Thank you so much. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can get 4 tacos like this for about $6 American. I got the pork, I got the beef, I got the fish, and I got the chicken. A nice mixture. They're so good. Just a little touch of the hot sauce that they make here in-house. Everything is delicious. It's fresh. They cook it right there for you. I loved it. And to stop in and get a nice like taco meal like this for $6, it's really good. It's also something you can grab and take back to your room.
The third kind of freedom is probably going to surprise you. It's not going to be something that you're going to think I'm going to say. The third type of freedom I had to find was up here. I had to free my mind. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I was living in a prison of stress and anxiety. Society was dumping news on me every day, every moment of the day. It's all coming to an end, don't you know? The world's at war. The stock market's about to crash. You better sell everything and buy gold and live in a bunker somewhere because it's all falling apart, right? I had to get rid of that. You see, the news wants you to stay in a state of fear, anxiety, stress, so that you keep watching, you keep consuming the news 24/7, always stressed out, feeling like there's impending doom at all times. And you have to break free from that. That is a form of mental prison, and that will prevent you from being free. If you want to find freedom, that third step is to free your mind. And one step of that is to let go of that news cycle that just stresses you out. I'm going to tell you, I was big into that and I had to let it go.
I'm going to take you to another place to eat in Ubud, but first I wanted to stop in here and show you this beautiful property. They have a cafe that they offer on this facility, but today it was closed. I just asked them, can I just walk around a little bit even though the cafe's closed? They're like, yeah, no problem. So I wanted to bring you this beautiful little bungalow area. They have guest houses here. So nice. What a gorgeous property.
Ooh, the afternoon brought a few clouds on, so it's nice and cool right now up here on the trail. Let's head back down. We'll get a bite to eat, and I'm going to bring you with me. But I'm very happy that you spent this time with me. I really appreciate it. This is a subject that wasn't that easy to talk about, I know. Finding freedom. The reason why I say that is because sometimes we analyze our own lives and say, am I there? Do I have that freedom? But understand that that's the point. Through these videos, I want you to reflect on these ideas and ask yourself, what can I take away from these? And what am I already doing? And we've got a lot more to talk about. We still got a lot more of Bali to see. We got other countries to visit all year long. Would you like to learn more about finding freedom, living low cost overseas, investing your money? If you would, like and subscribe to the video and come along with me. We'll talk again soon. Aloha.
Let's head back into the hustle and bustle of Ubud. It's still daytime, and I want to take you to a place called Tropical. Tropical is well known for all three meals. It's a great breakfast spot. In fact, you can order breakfast throughout the day. I like to come here before it gets really busy at night. This is a perfect time to hit it. I'm coming down off the mountain and I'm going to pick up some Eggs Benedict. They have a meal here where you get Eggs Benedict, you get a watermelon juice, and you get a cappuccino, and all three is about $5.50 right now. I mean, it's just crazy. It's a really good price, so it makes no sense for me not to stop in here and grab a bite, even if I'm going to eat something later that night. I mean, this is incredible for the price. They even have like 2 sausages with this. That's a big meal. Avocado on it, everything. This is a really good breakfast. And for me, I just grab it pretty much any time of the day. Tropical was right down the road from the hotel that I'm staying at, so it was not uncommon for me to stop in anytime I'm getting hungry and just grab something. This is a $5 meal, and it's fantastic.
This mad dog right here. Just watching me. Look at this little mad dog right here. He's just watching everything I'm doing. Look at him. He's watching the trail from behind the bushes. He's ready to ambush somebody. He's ready to ambush me. He'll ambush me in a second. Look at this guy. Oh, look at him licking his chops right there. Oh, there you go. See? He's changing his position. He's flanking me. He's trying to flank me.